happened that they knew of. Nothing at all. Chapter 1. Reenie Calder was possibly the most enthusiastic recruit in the history of Macintosh's Toffee factory, and her infectious energy was sometimes a bit much for her friend Mary. "I really love this job," Reenie called out from beneath a carton-making machine, which had been switched off so that she could get to the motor, her copper hair flopping out of her mob cap as she leant all the way back to get a proper look. "That's as maybe." Mary waited with her arms crossed against her factory overall and the world. "But what I want to know is, can this machine go any faster without breaking any rules? What's the limiter on the dial for?" Reenie pulled herself out from beneath the old Rose Foregrove apparatus and tucked her hair back into her cap with both hands. "Well then, it's a good job I was passing your line, because that machine is in good working order, and I don't see why I shouldn't take the limiter off and just whack it up to full." Mary stopped her friend short. She was not so easily won over by Reenie's blasé confidence as everyone else. "If you're telling me that you don't know why someone put a speed limit on that machine, then I don't want you messing around with it. I only want speed if it doesn't cause a shutdown." "It wouldn't cause a shutdown. You always think the worst. I tell you your trouble, Mary Norcliffe. You're a confirmed pessimist. Don't ask yourself what could go wrong. Ask yourself what could go right." The bustle of the factory production line carried on around them, and 3 girls opened out and assembled card cartons for the next stage of the production line to keep it going while the machine idled. "Reenie," Mary said distinctly, "do not touch that switch." "Oh, come on," Reenie grinned. "Be an optimist." Mary took a deep breath, settled her hands on her hips, and bellowed, "Reenie Calder! I am the overlooker on an emergency production line assembling 40,000 gas masks for a world war which appears to be imminent. I've married a Jewish German whose leave to remain is complicated at best, and I've inherited 2 stepchildren who barely speak my language and who I might have to smuggle out to America in my luggage if there's an invasion, which it seems highly probable there will be. How the ruddy hell do you expect me to be an optimist?" The bustle around them faltered. Factory production lines are noisy places, and even if an overlooker can make themselves heard over the din, they have to work hard to make the girls pay attention. Not so on this occasion. The gas mask production line was a hand-making assembly line, and with their only machine switched off for inspection, an eerie quiet could fall over the hall if the girls stopped talking and slowed their work. The girls stopped. Over 100 pairs of eyes were turned on Mary, the work before them only continuing in a cautious slow motion, because Mary had dared to mention the topic they all avoided on this line. What if these masks they made? What if these air raid drills they were made to do? What if they were needed? A chill fell over the brightly lit factory floor, which was ordinarily such a lively place, and Reenie felt it. This wasn't good for any of them, and she decided to raise her voice a fraction when she replied. "Look at it another way," she said as she led Mary in the direction of the cloakroom door. "We've got so many gas masks now that it probably wouldn't be worth Hitler's time to drop gas on us, so he might not bother. Or, if he does bother, we'll have done so many drills that we'll have our masks on before he can say, 'We are the Ovaltinis,' and the gas won't do us any harm at all. He'll have wasted all his time and money on some gas which doesn't touch us, and he'll have less time and money to spend on guns and boats." She steered Mary down the production hall, past another overlooker who was chivying her girls on to get their speed up again. Reenie pushed open the heavy sprung doors which led to the empty cloakroom. "I'm not saying it won't be tough, but I think we're tougher. Just look at all we've done here since we started out. The place burns down, and we have scratched production lines back up and running again in a couple of days."